Lending Club says that about 64% of Americans, which is roughly 166 million of us, are living paycheck to paycheck. If you're a freelancer and this sounds like you, let's talk about what you can do about it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan Grant and I help people like you find freedom through freelancing. Living paycheck to paycheck and not knowing what your immediate financial future looks like, never mind your long-term financial future, that's really scary. Been there, done that. In probably my mid-20s, I would say, it was a toss-up whether I'd be able to go to an actual grocery store and buy my groceries or I'd have to go to the dollar store and buy my groceries. Not knocking the dollar store. I love it. But anyhow, financial stress is some of the worst stress to deal with, and you all know that I'm all about building a stable and sustainable freelancing business so that you don't have to deal with that stress. This means having a predictable stream of income as much as any of us can control that. That can be really hard though, and it's one of the downsides of freelancing. Your monthly income can fluctuate wildly if you're not careful. So, how can you get out of the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck? Here are a few things that I did that brought me a lot of financial stability with my freelancing business. Tip number 1, I stopped prioritizing one-off projects and started focusing on recurring monthly work. I see a lot of freelancers making one-time projects the bulk of their work, and those can be nice if they bring you a big injection of cash. However, once you finish that project, you are right back in the rat race trying to replace that client and replace that money. Instead, put that energy toward finding clients that are going to give you recurring monthly work. I'm a writer, and most of my clients are on monthly plans where every month I deliver the same amount of work and I invoice them the same amount of money. I do have a few clients where the workload is less structured. They still give me work every month, but the amount varies. So it's not always going to work out perfectly, but those should be the exception to the rule. I have a rough idea of what I'm going to earn every month so that there aren't any huge surprises, and this allows me to avoid living paycheck to paycheck. Number 2, I started being a lot more careful about avoiding scope creep. Scope creep is essentially when a client starts asking you to do things that are outside the scope of your initial agreement. And these could be really small things. For instance, it's not uncommon for my clients to ask me to post their blogs on social media after I've published them. I can do that in a few minutes if I want to, but it's a very slippery slope. That turns into also sending out an email blast and then posting it in their Facebook community. And then another client starts asking for it, and on and on and on. Eventually, you're doing a bunch of work that you never signed up for and you're not getting paid for. And guess what happens as a result? You have less time to take on paid work from other clients, while simultaneously your workload is actually going up. This will hurt your financial stability. Now, I'm not telling you not to do favors for your clients every now and then. I certainly will do little things here and there as a courtesy, but I don't allow that to become a habit anymore. You do not work for free. Now, technically, there are 2 ways that you could handle this. If you notice that scope creep is starting to happen, you can either tell the client, sure, I would be happy to manage this for you. I would invoice it at the rate of, and then tell them how much it would cost them, and then confirm if they would like you to proceed. Or you can tell them, that's outside my area of expertise, so I'm not the best person to manage this, but thank you for the opportunity. So you can agree to do these things, just get paid. But I will still caution you, think very carefully about this and don't go at it from the mindset of, well, it's going to make me more money, so I'm just going to do it. Because even if you are getting paid, it's still kind of a slippery slope. Focus on your core services, the things that you're the expert of. And even if it means you might pull in a little extra cash, just be careful that you don't start doing what I did, which is offering whatever services anybody asks for. That can be taken to an extreme and it's going to backfire. Number 3, I tightened up my contract like, whoa. Here's one thing that surprised me about freelancing, and maybe it shouldn't have, but it did. We can only control the work that we do. I might turn my blogs in on time and in perfect condition, but that doesn't mean that my client is going to review my content in a timely manner. And in my contract, I say that I get paid upon approval of my work because, in my opinion, that's what's fair. What I neglected to consider is that there will be clients out there who will take months to approve one piece of content. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. And that means that I'm waiting months to get paid, even though I did my job. So now I make sure that my clients are aware that I get paid upon approval, but only up to a certain amount of time. And if I don't hear back from them within that time, I'm going to invoice them, and the invoice is due upon receipt. So I still want to give them plenty of time, but there are some boundaries there so that I'm not waiting forever to get paid just because they're dragging their feet. Doing this means two things. One, you're not going to be chasing down money, and two, you're going to know roughly when you're going to be paid, which is going to bring you more financial stability. I've mentioned the word stability a few times in this video, and that's because stability is vital if you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck. If you get to a place where you're earning, let's say, $1,000 a month as a freelancer consistently, that's your new homeostasis. That's your new baseline. Your income, while it might not be enough for you, isn't doing this, it's doing this. From there, you're in a much better position to figure out what your next steps are. Do you need more clients? Do you need to be charging your current clients more than you are? Predictability with your freelancing income is something I really stress to the folks inside my program, Revenue Spark. Teaching you how to make a ton of money one month and then you're broke the next? No. That's not how you build a freelancing business or any business. You need something that you can sustain from month to month. So we focus on finding them long-term, high-quality clients with bigger budgets, clients that they can really develop a relationship with and stick with in the long run. That's how you build a freelancing business that serves you. Freelancing has this reputation for being very unpredictable and unstable, and it can be if you don't go about building your business strategically. You got to keep in mind that there are two main pieces of the puzzle here: knowing how to find clients and knowing how to keep clients. Keeping them means offering a really good service and delivering results. That part's on you. I can't do a whole heck of a lot to help you with that, but I can help you find clients in the first place. I will not promise to make you a millionaire. I'm not going to teach you how to hustle. I will never tell you to sacrifice everything else in your life for the sake of your business and making money, but what I can show you is how to build a freelancing business that's going to allow you to have a life. We're talking about building really good relationships with the right types of clients that are going to consistently pay you month after month after month. No more job boards, no more bidding sites, no more Upwork, Fiverr. We're talking about a repeatable process, wash, rinse, repeat, that you can do over and over again so that you can build your business on your terms, whether that's earning $2,000 a month or $10,000 a month. Anywho, I'm rambling. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, then I'm leaving the link below to my program, Revenue Spark. On that page, you can find the curriculum, some testimonials, and if you think you might be interested in joining, the next step is to book a call so you can speak with me. If you're still here, then I would be very grateful if you could give this video a thumbs up and help support my channel. I really rely on that engagement so that YouTube will show my content to more people. And as always, if you have any questions, just drop them in a comment, and I'll see you next time.